Hello YouTubers, and welcome to the Holtz Mitchell channel in this new series called Random Lengths. This is going to be a series of random videos that will appear from time to time that deal primarily with just everyday topics of machinery and phenomena that surround us that we often see but never quite really get an explanation on as to how they work or why they are the way they are. Today we're going to take a look at a and there goes the boiler. It purges every now and then, and that was one of those purges. You can see the little column of steam rising up behind me there. There's a discharge tube that discharges into a sump beneath this blower behind me. In an earlier video in one of my shop rants, I explained why the Thien baffle doesn't work with your commercially available dust collection systems. Sorry, I was having a brain fart there. And why you should avoid it. And I showed pictures of a closed-faced impeller, and today I had to clean the blades off the impeller of this blower here. This is a blower that pulls air out of the boiler, out of the fire pit, so to speak, and discharges it into a filter system. And so periodically the fins get a little caked up with ash on the backside, where they're on the leeward side of the impeller, of the blades of the impeller, so they have to be cleaned in order to get rid of the imbalance that it creates. You'd think that, you know, as fine as dust as it is, that the impeller would remain balanced, but for some odd reason, with the passage of time, they do create an imbalance, and so they have to be cleaned from time to time. So today I'm going to bring you around and show you how the inside of one of these blowers looks. There's certain ratios that occur within the construction of the thing. I'm not going to get into the scientific portion of it. It just goes into the stupid part of it, where, you know, mathematical formulas out the wazoo. So I'm not going to bore you with all that crazy stuff. I'm just going to show you the inside of it, how it's constructed, and give you a better idea of, you know, how they look and why they work the way they do. So let me bring you around here and show you the inside. Okay, here you can see the impeller itself. There is some distance between the rear wall of the housing and the back side of the impeller. It's about 1.5 inches roughly, and then you can see how the impeller has the blades set in a, you know, kind of an angle. They're not perpendicular to the center of the hub. This is to create more of a vacuum within the hub. Now over here you can see the lip of the impeller. Let me see if I can try to turn this thing. I'm trying to work with multiple hands here. So you can see where the impeller stops, and this lip on the left is to create kind of a buffer, or a seal, if you will, to minimize your recirculation losses at the front of the impeller at the intake. And that's part of that funnel. Show you the picture here. So you can see there's the dirt down there in the bottom that was scraped out of off the back side of the fins. What I'm trying to say here, this is just one of the blowers that is in daily operation. The other one is a recirculation blower for this system, where it recirculates gases back into the boiler in order to cut down on the nitrous oxide development, or nitrous oxide emissions, I should say. And so here you see the intake of the blower, which is a, let's see here, let me measure this real quick. This is a 450 millimeter intake, roughly almost 18 inches, and as you can see here on the impeller, oops, I have a flashlight. As you can see there on the impeller, this is nowhere near 18 inches. So what you're doing is you're taking the cross section of that 450 millimeter intake and narrowing it down to the periphery of the impeller, and in order to create a vacuum. Now as this thing spins, this cross section of the impeller is slightly larger than the intake, which creates a vacuum within the impeller and also causes cavitation, but that cavitation is usually compensated by the material that's being sucked up into it, i.e. your wood chips, or in this case ashes. Well, YouTubers, hope you enjoyed today's episode of Random Lengths. This is going to be a series that's going to appear from time to time. It's not going to be in any regular interval, just kind of random stuff as it comes along. Got some other material that I'm going to be throwing out there in the next few days on the same series, but anyway, hope you found it interesting. If there's anything that you'd like to contribute to this video as far as technical knowledge or something like that, by all means leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd also like to thank the new subscribers and point out to those of you who are subscribing to the channel for the woodworking themes, there is going to be more of that to come. I was sick this year with pneumonia. I'm not over it yet. I'm supposed to go in for rehab sometime in the coming months. Not sure when. I haven't heard from the clinic yet, but as I get better, more and more video material is going to be cropping up. Also, there's been some other developments on the work front that have prevented me from being able to put out more of this kind of material or machining videos or wood videos as I'd like, but keep at it, keep your subscription up, and click on the little bell for notifications when new videos come out. And I do thank your diligence and for your subscriptions, and also for any comments that you may leave in the comment section below. Love to hear from all my subscribers when you do check out a video. I will do my due diligence to try and answer all the comments, and if there's a counter argument, by all means, I'm definitely open to it. If there's something I'm missing, by all means let me know. Nobody's perfect, and I certainly do overlook a thing or two once in a while, and if I do, I'm certainly one of those people that do stand corrected when people point it out to me. So if there's any comments that you'd like to make, or suggestions for improvements on the video series, by all means let me know, and stay tuned for more.